So get your cap meters ready, buckos. Today we got news about PS5 Battlefield, we got news about Silent Hill, we also got news about Black Ops Early, and there is only one bad news about PS5. I want to start this video off with all the good news, and then we're gonna be diving into that PS5 news. And some people are kind of mad about it, and I see why people are mad about it, but I'll talk about why it's not a big deal. But will you be laying down the Sony Pony console, or will you be standing it up? We're gonna be having that very soon, okay? Like, time has definitely flown by this quick, and I just want to get right into it. First off, a massive shout out to every single one of you guys out there. We hit 300 plus subscribers in a day, okay? I do not do numbers like that every single day, so shout out to every single one of you. Y'all are absolute ledge. If an alpha chat like you is new here, I cover all the big gaming news, so जैसे कि यहाँ पे बसील ने like और subscribe किया, आप भी like और subscribe मार दो. And our first story is about the PS5 DualSense battery life, and I've seen some people kind of complain about it, and I'm like, dog, like, we're getting 13 hours. Can you last 13 hours? Answer me that, okay? But get mama, okay? We're here. The PS5 DualSense battery life can last up to 13 hours. Yo, me lasting 13 hours, that is near impossible. So in my opinion, that is pretty good, right? But use of haptic feedback and adaptive triggers can shorten it significantly. This information is coming from PSU, right? They say that they have the Sony Pony controller early, and they tried it with the Astro's Playroom, and they say that this time, yeah, there was a cut down because of the heavy use of the DualSense haptic feedback and adaptive triggers, like that, and it came down to 7 to 10 hours of battery life for most traditional games, and that is not bad at all. Now personally, I'm not sure how much Xbox is gonna last. I believe that Xbox is gonna be lasting a little bit longer. I believe that's why like some people are kind of talking about it. I'm not 100% sure. I'm being genuine with you, like, hey, let's fight over Soulja Boy console. The main thing why people are kind of mad about it, and I see why people are, I totally feel you guys. Like, I already have warmed up to the idea because I have covered this story the other day. Some of you guys were like, this is probably cap, but ladies and gentlemen, it was not cap. It came from a YouTuber who did get the Sony Pony console straight from Sony, right? And he was, I believe, allegedly was asked to take that video down. He took it down, and my cap meter was going off the charts, man. Like, let me keep a $150. And now this information is coming from Digital Foundry, and we're hearing that it's only gonna have 667 gigabytes of space, and the free space is actually 646 gigs. And really, that's not necessarily a bad news. The bad news is this, and this one is coming from Eurogamer and Digital Foundry. They say that there is no way to move PS5 games off the SSD, and PS5 game saves cannot be backed up to the USB. At least to me, it's not really a big deal because I never have like external hard drives, but of course a lot of people are kind of mad about it, and understandably so. You know, everyone is different, and it's all subjective, and I totally see you, right? And the news is coming from Digital Foundry. They say that to test this, we filled up the PS5 667 gigs of available storage with PS4 games, then attempted to install a new PS5 title. The system asked we free up space exactly as you would expect, and the only way to do that with the PS5 game data would be to delete it. In an era where games routinely break the 100 gigabytes of barrier, this presents problems, and we really hope to see Sony address this as a matter of urgency. And you guys can see, like, the streets are kind of cold, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, people are pointing out the rumor of Black Ops 285 gigs, and the streets are crying. Yo, we're hearing that from a gentleman out there on the streets. Says, hey, Sony, no storage expansion at launch. You can't store play PS5 games on HDD. Does anybody know if you can buy like an expandable USB hard drive and use that instead? No, you can't. Can't even use that HDD for storage. Dog, the streets are wild, and like you can see, we have a homie around the street says that, hey, this is BS. I wonder what the PS fanboys think about this. They would probably say it's a next-gen move, right? And yeah, this is a guy who says that, yeah, this is a next-gen move, but I'm disappointed. Just delay it and release the console when it is ready. And here's the thing, man, you cannot trust the streets, man, in the climate of like Sony Ponies and the Xbox. Like, I'm saying, let's fight our Soulja Boy console, okay? Soulja Boy console can do 20k and 500 FPS, ladies and gentlemen. My cap meters is off the chart. Like, let me keep a $150. Yeah, we cannot trust the streets, right? We're not sure who's being biased and who's being unbiased, but yes, these are facts, no printer, ladies and gentlemen. We cannot store games on the external hard drives, and personally, I don't get external hard drives. Like, I personally wanted a 1 terabyte or at least the 825 gigabytes as advertised, but of course, SSDs or any hard drive, even like USBs, they will take some, and of course, the operating system will use it. It really do be like this, right? And 667 gigabytes of space, that's like the only thing that's kind of quote unquote bad for the PS5. Otherwise, PS5 is looking like a whole snack. I mean, Xbox is looking like a whole snack as well, right? But let me hit you up with a light of hope. The good news in all of this is that Sony claims that there isn't a faster SSD out on the market yet, and whenever that comes out, they will be hitting us up with that support. And the good news is that, hey, we're gonna be able to install and delete games faster on the SSD. Yes, it do be like this, but the problem will be for the people who have like that download cap on the internet. Yes, it is still real in 2020, ladies and gentlemen, and the problem will be for the people who have slower internet speeds. And yes, if they want to have a lot of games installed on their platforms, like I'm looking to have Tomb Raider games. If you want to talk about Lara with me, I'm available 24/7. Okay, so gotta have that Tomb Raider games, and I'm also gonna be having Black Ops, Modern Warfare, Warzone, GTA 5, maybe GTA 6 when I'm 80 years old. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, it do be like this. Speaking of Silent Hill, I did talk about it the other day, but I want to really point out the fact that now we have 3 different sources really talking about Silent Hill, which is kind of wild. Our first man was Roberto Serrano, who said that on December 10th on Game Awards, that's when we're going to be seeing the world premiere of Silent Hill. He said that the second sources actually rely on horror, and they also say that they heard the same thing about it, and they are also talking about the fact that Roberto Serrano is saying. And another one is this one, and they claim that, hey, they also heard the same thing, but Roberto Serrano broke the information, so now they are also coming out and talking about the fact that Silent Hill is gonna be revealed at the Game Awards live stream, and I'm surely gonna be live streaming, so turn those notifications on. Speaking of Battlefield 6, yes, I'm one day late. There has been a lot of information that I had to report, and I'm a little bit late on this. I do apologize, but the big story here is that Battlefield 6 is confirmed, and EA officially said that never before seen scale is gonna be in Battlefield, and it's gonna be revealed in spring. They confirmed that it's gonna be coming out in holiday 2021, and the maps are designed to be for 128 plus players in mind. And that right here hit me in the G-spot, man. What else can I say? I'm a massive Battlefield fan, and I think that next year we're gonna be having like Modern Warfare Part 2, and we're also gonna be having Modern Warfare skill-based matchmaking Part 2 and Battlefield 6. I'm really hoping that Battlefield 6 doesn't have skill-based matchmaking, so we're gonna have that probably like maybe, okay, this is a big maybe like first GTA 6 teaser. I don't want to say that it's like every year we say that. Around that time, we're also gonna have God of War, and dog, like I'm pretty pumped. And speaking of Black Ops, yes, Black Ops has been circling around, and here's the good news. Somebody did get the Black Ops early, but they weren't able to play the game, right? Because there's a day 1 patch, and both of these homies kind of added me in the situation as well. And the guy claims that yes, there's a day 1 patch. He can only play against bots on local play. For multiplayer, campaign and zombies is locked, so that is actually good news. But I'm pretty certain that 2 days before they're gonna be deploying that day 1 patch, and that's probably gonna let this bucko play the game and leak the game, right? We're probably gonna see streams of zombies gameplay, right? Like that happens all the time. Also, I do want to point out that if you didn't know, Walmart is gonna be letting everybody pre-order. These are the times and date. It's gonna be on the launch day of PS5. You will be able to buy the console online. This is not a pre-order, this is you buying, but we're not sure when you're gonna get it, right? These are the time zones. They also said the same thing for Xbox. Around 12 p.m. Eastern, November 10th, not November 12th, that's when you're gonna be able to buy Series X and Series S online on their website. Not in store because of the Roni situation. Turn those notifications on after washing your hands. I definitely do not want anyone to catch the Roni, and I will keep every single one of you in the loops. Click on any of the video on the screen, and I will see you right there.